I'm gonna switch my shit. All right, we are live. I'm gonna make sure that didn't switch my stuff. But we should be live. Ladies and gentlemen, with our first encounter, can we be shiny on the first one of the day? No, we can't. But I do have to open up my counter. No shiny today. Time to end the stream already. Nailed it. All right, how do I want to do this? I want to do this. There we go. Let me get everything set up and we're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you are watching after the fact, thank you. Thank you for being here. If you're here live, welcome. Let me actually be a good streamer this time and actually put it in my Discord that I'm live, because I usually forget that every time. Alrighty. Where is my Discord? Everyone when I post in the Discord, everyone's pissed that it's not the Pixelmon stuff, that it's something else. I probably need to have a separate Discord at this point, because everyone thinks it is something else. Everyone in that Discord thinks it's Pixelmon, and it's not. But that's all right. I like this new thumbnail. I just created this thumbnail right before I went live. I had 10 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can take a stab at a better thumbnail. And I think this one's a little better. And I kind of like this theming. Makes it feel more like a Halloween hunt. So, we're going to keep it. See how it does. I definitely should have gotten more water before I started this stream. Oh, there we go. Who is playing? Welcome. Welcome. I like the new profile picture. It's the spooky pumpkin. How are you? Ugh, I did not want to get up this morning. Good, you? I'm good. I'm good. Really good. Just getting ready for today's stream. See how she'll do. But yeah, I'm good. I shiny hunted some last night. I was hunting in the Friend Safari last night in Pokemon X, looking for shiny Pumpkaboo. I went through like 300 encounters last night and didn't find it. Hunted for about 200 hours, or 200 hours. 2 hours. Yeah, 200 hours. Hunted yesterday for about 200 hours. I hunted yesterday about 2 hours in that game. Didn't find the shiny. It's 1 in 512, and I'm now at 700, I think. So I'm quite a bit over odds for that hunt. I hope it comes quick. That was going to be another one in my newest video. Is going to be that hunt. So hopefully I can find that shiny quick. Because I wanted to go from that and then go to Sun and Moon and do a hunt as well. But we're coming down to the wire. It's already the 24th, so we will only have this week to get the Skorupi, and I'm going to have to put it at the very end of the video because I need to start editing that video. If I want that video out by Halloween, which is my goal, I need to start editing it this week. I'll probably spend a good amount of time with it tonight after work. I need to knock it out. I still got to script it. I don't even know how I'm going to script it or what I'm going to call it. Basically, I did a Halloween hunt. And I just hunted for a bunch of ghost and dark Pokemon, but I have no idea what I'm going to call it, because obviously shiny hunting ghost Pokemon in the month before Halloween, or the month of Halloween, like, that's not a good title. So I got to figure out a good title. I'm kind of thinking, like, I got to figure out how many hours I've spent hunting now this month. I spent this many hours hunting before Halloween, you know. This is what I found or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out. It'll be good. But what are you up to, Plague? What are you up to? You about to go to school, aren't you? Don't you have school or something soon? Does the stream look alright for you guys? It's saying something about it not being right. It might be lagging a bit. Is it lagging at all for you guys? Yeah, you got school. Good luck. I am glad my school days are over. I really am. Although I liked college, but other than that, I couldn't stand it. I have to go in like 4 minutes. And no, it's not laggy. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't care for school, especially high school. I really, really didn't like high school. But I don't think I made the most of high school, to be honest. I wish I would have tried to become more involved with different things. I just played tennis in high school, which I wasn't like... I didn't really get along with everybody on the tennis team. And then... I just like in high school in general, I didn't get along with a lot of people at my high school for whatever reason. It's not like I was like I hated everyone there or they hated me. It was just more so like I didn't click with anybody in my high school. But college was different. I got along with everybody in college and I loved it. I loved it to death. I played basketball. Nice. I can't play basketball to save my life. I love playing basketball. It's a lot of fun, but I'm not any good. I do like to play basketball though. It's a great workout. It's one of those workouts where you don't think about it, too. Like, you can play basketball, and since you're actively doing something, you don't think about it as much as getting a workout. Granted, I don't ever play full court. Full court would gas me quick, especially now. I haven't played basketball. But God, I don't remember the last time I played basketball. It's been, like, I think a couple years since I've touched a basketball, which is sad. But I used to play at the gym I went to, and that was fun. We just played pickup games at the gym, but that's the last time I played basketball. And that was a while ago. We have a park right down the road from us with the basketball court. I've always wanted to go and just shoot around, but I never got around to it. Problem with me with basketball, I can't shoot a three to save my life. Like, literally right inside the three-point line, I can hit a shot. Not always, but I can hit a shot. But for some reason, when I get behind that three-point line, it's like I can't even get the ball there. Never. I've never been able to figure out how to hit three-point shots. I've just always sucked at it. I remember one time in college, though. It was one of the first times I went and played basketball with my roommate, and then they're called suite mates, which means like we would have a room, bathroom, room, and then the person on the other side of the room was your suite mate. And I remember playing, and we played a game pickup basketball game. It was the first time we ever played basketball together. And some reason, I don't know what it was, but for some reason, I was shooting threes and hitting every single one of them. And I think we were playing like literally like 21. We weren't even playing. It was like 3 of us. And I've never hit that many threes in my life. And then everyone thought, or those 2 guys were like, holy cow, this guy's really good at basketball and he can really hit threes. Then they found out very quickly that that was not the case. And we always joked about that afterwards. We were like, remember that night where you like hit threes all the time and then you never hit a 3 after that? I was like, yep, I remember. I think I haven't hit a 3-point shot since that night. Mostly because I don't even bother taking the shot. This happens a lot. Yeah, I bet you go. Basketball, I feel like, can be very streaky. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. This whole weekend has been beautiful, and then this whole week's supposed to be really nice. Welcome in, Alien. How you been, Alien? What'd you do this weekend? This weekend, we had a Halloween party. I'll have to show you guys pictures later in the stream of our Halloween costume. Elise and I went as Mario and Luigi, and Kevin was Yoshi, and it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. We had a bunch of people over. I was very hungover yesterday. Holy shit. I haven't been that hungover in a minute, and it was miserable. I literally, I was hungover for, almost the entire day. My hangover didn't really, fully go away till, late at night yesterday. It was brutal. All right, Play. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you. Have fun at school. But, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. We had a lot of people over. And we all just drank, and We played Mafia at one point, which was fun. Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, or Pepsi? Definitely Coke. 1,000,000% Coke. I am like here. I've even got an empty can right here. I am terribly addicted to Diet Coke. Like it's a problem, but it's so good. But Diet Pepsi, trash, absolute trash. I say that I'll drink Diet Pepsi. It's not bad, and I don't mind Pepsi products or Coke products. But the only soda that I think I've ever had that I literally can't drink is Dr. Pepper. Like Dr. Pepper tastes so disgusting to me. I'll drink most sodas, but I won't drink Dr. Pepper. I just don't drink soda that much other than Diet Coke anyway. Like, Diet Coke is literally the only soda I ever drink. Although I had a little bit of Sprite yesterday. But yeah, that's the first time. Only because we had some leftover from the party. But yeah, the party was fun. We had people over. We chilled. Elise made hot chocolate in the crock pot for the first time ever. We've never made hot chocolate, like real hot chocolate before. I did not know there were so many ingredients in hot chocolate. I thought it was just like chocolate and hot. Like I did not know that there was actual ingredients to hot chocolate. But there's like, you have to add like milk, heavy whipped cream, condensed milk, chocolate chips. It was all over the place. And just spent time with family and getting some Pokemon Funko Pops. Like that for Christmas. Wow, that's awesome. I don't know if I have any Pokemon. Oh no, I do. I have them literally right here. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 Pokemon Funko Pops. My mom bought them for me. I'm not a big Funko Pop collector, but I've got a ton of Pokemon stuff on this desk. Like a ton of just like little things of Pokemon that I've gained over the years. But that's awesome. 5 full bottoms. What's a bottom? Like 2 liters or something? I managed to cut it down to like bottles. Oh god, I have way more than 5 bottles a week. 5 bottles a week? Like, are you talking about like 2 liters or 5 like just like self-serve bottles? I usually have for Diet Cokes. I usually drink them in cans. I prefer bottles, but I always just buy the cans. But if I buy the cans, I'll usually have probably 3 or 4 a day, which is not good. But to be fair, I used to drink way more, which is even more sad. I used to drink a lot more. Now I drink quite a bit of water. I actually drink a lot of water. I prefer water, especially in the morning. But I can't drink a Diet Coke. Diet Coke for me is like taste, and then if I'm thirsty, I have to drink water. If I don't drink water, I won't quench my thirst. Quench my thirst, not clench. I won't clench it. I'm going to clench my thirst. I live in UK, but yeah, like 2 liters. 2, 3 a week now, but it was like 5. Oh, okay, yeah. Do you guys, are they served in 2 liters where you guys are? I know different places serve it in different ways. In America, we have like 2-liter bottles that people go through. I don't know if they have the same measurements over there. I mean, obviously they have liter measurements, but I don't know if you guys serve it in 2-liter measurements. Because you guys buy your gas in liters, which makes sense, obviously. We buy our gas in gallons. Same with our milk. Our milk is 1 gallon of milk. Because America's stupid. I think your guys' gas prices are insane. Granted, a lot of you guys can walk to your work and stuff. Where in America, it's so spread. Everything's so spread out. You can't do that. I can walk to work because I live here and work here, but most people can't walk to work. Actually, the last job I worked, I could walk to work, but it was right down the road. And again, that rarely happens. But it was literally like a 10-minute walk down the road, which, again, most places you can't do that in America. You have to get insanely lucky to live that close to your work. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to get a booger. Yo, what up, Davey? Good morning. I live so close to my work. I know, right? It's nice. A big benefit. Big benefit. Working from home, let me tell you, it is the greatest thing ever. I don't know how, if I ever get another job, which I'm sure in my lifetime I will have another job. I'm sure I won't be a bicycle toasting for the rest of my life. But the next time I get a job, I have to look for a work from home job. Like, I can't not work from home now. It's way too convenient. It's so nice. If you want to do, like even just something simple like laundry. Like, I can just do my laundry so much easier now because I can just, like, okay, I got a good breaking point in work. Let me go throw the load of laundry in. Like, it takes 2 seconds. And, like, if I didn't work from home, I wouldn't be able to just go do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just simple stuff like that. Like, eating. I've saved so much money recently just from eating from home. Like, I don't ever eat out because I'm at home already and I can cook something really quickly for lunch. I don't have to drive. Like, before my last job, I would never take my lunch, which I should have, but I never did. But I would have to wake up and remember to do that. But if I wanted to come home and eat, I would have to drive home, which took about 4 or 5 minutes, and then make my stuff, eat, and then drive back, which all that time adding up, I had like a 15-minute lunch, and it would just kill my lunch. So it wasn't as fun. It wasn't as nice of a break. You know, it didn't feel like a break when you had that. You know, 30 minutes for lunch felt like 15 minutes for lunch. Then like 1.5 liter and 1 liter, something I never really look at the stuff like that to know. We have those too, but it's very rare that you're gonna find something sold in a liter. We do have those, and I'm sure there are places you could buy like liter bottles, but like for the most part, if you're not buying it from like a 24-ounce bottle, which again, you're not gonna probably have the same thing, but 24-ounce bottles are really what most people will buy, other than cans, which are 12 ounces. But yeah, we don't sell the I don't know if I've ever seen a 1.5 liter bottle. That I've never seen. But we definitely have 1 liter bottles. Hell, what is this? This is 355 milliliter can, and the bottle is however many is in 24 ounces. I guess double that because it's 24 ounces. So it'd be 710 milliliters bottles. Pokemon gym leaders is their job, and they get paid for that, and don't work an actual 9-to-5 job. I would assume it would be like, yeah, you're such a good Pokemon trainer that you get paid for it full time. Trying to think of like an equivalent in the real world. I don't even know. Maybe like a streamer. I don't know. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, headset. Do you still have any funds? Do you still have any whatever it's called, where you get like $250 a year through Bicyc to buy new equipment? Do you have any left of that? I don't think I've used all of mine. I probably should figure out something I should replace with that money before the end of the year. Now that I think about it, I bought this boom arm, which was like $150, but I don't even know if I ever got compensated for that. I'm gonna have to look back and see if I got compensated for this boom arm. I bought this thing forever ago, and I don't know if I ever even got it compensated. It's not even a year old. Rest in peace. You might do a breakfast shot. I will agree to that. I will take a breakfast shot if it's 666. I hope it's not, because goddamn, I don't want a shot. I am so hungover, or I was so hungover yesterday, rather. And the idea of alcohol sounds disgusting to me, but I will do it. I just bought a monitor and a keyboard for my setup. Oh yeah. Plus, Max just got me an iPad. Oh shit, nice. You got an iPad? How do we get iPads here? I need an iPad. Actually, I don't. I wouldn't even use it. I have an iPad and I haven't touched it in a while. Man, how do I get that? How do I get free shit? Y'all, you need to tell me the secret. I need to figure out how to get free shit. If Pokemon were real, would you be a Pokemon trainer and use Pokemon to battle? Or would you just have them as pets at home? You know, I would definitely battle them, because that would be accepted and hopefully wouldn't be as brutal as a real world Pokemon battle would seem to be. But if it was as brutal as like a dog fight or something, obviously I would not. But if it was somehow wholesome like it is in the TV show, then 100%. But my question is, let's say Pokemon battles are real, and let's say that it was totally normal and it was totally not like disturbing. My question is, since it would be so normal, I wonder if I'd be like, I would always be like, oh man, I would want to be the best trainer ever, but like, I'm not that in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't find anything in real life to be that terribly appealing to be like one of the best at, you know? And like, think of it like as like an athlete. Like, you'd have to basically be like as good as like LeBron James or somebody, or like somebody is good enough to get into the NBA to be like the best trainers in the world. And you know, my ass ain't getting up out of bed to do all that, you know? It's for designing, nerd. Rest in peace. Like, you design on the iPad? Is it like a drawing tablet? I think I'd have them as pets. I'd like to battle, but I think battling them, seeing them get actually hurt and faint like that would be so heartbreaking. I know, yeah, like for real. Like if it was like a real life thing, obviously I don't think any of us would be able to handle Pokemon battles. I mean, it's like literally dog fighting, but just Procreate on the iPad. What's Procreate? Is that just one of the things that? See, brother, I know nothing about designing. Procreate is just like I imagine a program is what you're saying. But how would you get accurate? Explain that to me. I don't understand how an iPad would make it accurate. Wouldn't it be like incredibly inaccurate? Like, I'm sure they have like a stylus, but wouldn't that still be inaccurate? Drawing software, boomer. Bro, that's not being a boomer. That's being not a designer. I guarantee if you ask most people your age what Procreate is, they'd be like, what the fuck is that? There's an Apple Pencil. Okay, so it's like a stylus. I guess I have an older iPad, so I guess it just like, I can't imagine it being terribly accurate, but if you buy an iPad, I'm sure there's like specific iPads. Dude, I know nothing about designing. And I certainly don't know about designing on an iPad. If you had a Charmander in your house, its tail would probably set your couch on fire. Right? Exactly. Although there is like lore, like if you watched the original anime, in the first season, Ash gets on Rapidash and like gets burnt. Or maybe it's a Ponytail when he gets on it, but I don't remember. He gets on a Pokemon and he gets burnt, and then like he gains like trust with the Pokemon, and then he's no longer burnt even though he's literally sitting on fire. And then it evolves into Rapidash, spoiler alert, in the end of the race to beat Gary's Dodrio. I think it was Gary's. Somebody's he's beating Dodrio. Is racing a Dodrio. X for doubt. This is an iPad Pro. What's the X for doubt? What are you doubting? That people know what the fuck Procreate is? I'll ask my wife when she wakes up. She even works in, well, she doesn't work in design, but I bet most people wouldn't know what Procreate is. I think you've spent a lot of time around designers. That'd be like me being like, you don't know what Premiere Pro is, dude? Like, most people probably wouldn't know what Premiere Pro is. They probably know what like the Adobe Suite is, but most people probably wouldn't like, oh yeah, you mean the video editing software that you use every day? You know, like, unless you're into that field in some way, shape, or form, you probably don't know what that is. She not work today? She does. She worked yesterday night, and since she has to work these like night shifts, she takes like what's called flex time, which means she can just move her hours around. So she's sleeping in today since she worked late. Didn't go to work today. She's sick. No, Elise isn't sick, but she isn't going into work. At least until later. But no, she's going into work. Would have a Meowth and just keep using Payday, right? There was somebody that did the math, which was really interesting, about how much a Pokeball would cost in real life, and it came down to like $1.67 or something for a Pokeball. If you take like and they calculated it by using the price of like a lemonade in a, or like a bottle of water in the vending machines in the game, and then translated it to Pokemon dollars. It's $1.67, I think is what it was. I watched a short of it yesterday. Dude, everyone knows what Premiere Pro is? Damien, do me a favor. You need to walk outside and go meet a normal person that has nothing to do with design. I promise you, a lot of people don't know what Premiere Pro is. People don't use this stuff on a daily basis like we do. Guess I'm just in too deep. You are, brother. You are. I promise you. Most people, if I tell people, and I know you can say boomer, but most people are going to know what most programs are today. most people I meet, if I tell them I use Premiere Pro, they would be like, what the fuck is Premiere Pro? I didn't know what Premiere Pro was before I started using it. And I like video stuff, but I'm trying to think of when I first used Premiere Pro. Maybe I knew a little bit about it because I knew the Adobe suite. But again, it's only because I grew around a designer, which is my dad. I'm trying to think. God, I started my YouTube channel a couple years ago, and that's when I really got into it. That was 2020. Beginning of 2020, so it was almost 3 years ago. So I'd have been 27. I bet I knew what it was. I bet I didn't know what it was in college. But yeah, I'm telling you, it's not as popular as you think it is. That would be cheap, but I'd be happy with that for a Pokeball. I guess I was expecting them to be more. I know. I mean, you see $200 and you're like, holy shit, that's a lot. But it's really not that much money. They calculated, I guess you get $1 million when you save the world from the Ultra Beasts or whatever in Sun and Moon. You get $1 million for it, and they calculated it out to be like $66,000. You save the goddamn world from like exploding in on itself, and you get $66,000 as a reward. Zoomers will know, though. Maybe I'm not around enough Zoomers, I guess, but I don't see people talk about, you know, stuff like Procreate and Adobe Premiere Pro as often as you may think. They probably be like, that sounds like a software, or that's probably a software, but outside of that, I don't imagine people are going to be like, oh, that's what it is. Like, from context clues, I knew what you were talking about. You were talking about some kind of program, but I don't know about it being on an iPad. I didn't know that something like that could be on an iPad. But enjoy your stream, Zigzagoon Face. Well, thank you. Have a good one. Have a good one, Alien. Thanks for joining. I need to get some water. I'm thirsty. Oh, wait. I didn't even catch it. You're right, Grant. I missed that it was no breakfast shot. I missed the 666. I wasn't even paying attention. Rest in peace. I got to 666 on my last night's hunt, too. I got to that I'm trying to hunt Pumpkaboo on my 3DS, and I got to that, and I didn't get it. I got to 700 last night. Or was it 8? Did I end at 700 or 800 last night? I forget. I ended at... Where the hell is it? Oh, I'm on Shinies. Yeah, I ended at 700 last night. I was wondering where it was. I've got this really cool app called Poke Etch that records all of your Pokemon, and you can like... it's hard to see. Is that gonna zoom in? This light being right here kills it. But there, it'll show you like each Pokemon, and then you can have the counter. It's such a nice counting app. And then when you get shinies, it'll list which ones are shinies. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's definitely one of the better counting apps. Better than just using like a calculator like I normally do. Oh, all right. At 700, I'm going to go get some more water. I'm thirsty. I've been trying not to, but I've been seeing more stuff about Scarlet and Violet. They had a 2-hour preview. A bunch of places got to play Scarlet and Violet for 2 hours. And so there's a lot of info coming out of it like in that. That's where everyone got that there's overworld shinies, which to me is unfortunate, but most people think is a good thing. So I'm glad most people will be happy with that. But I personally think it's better this way. But I understand why people like overworld shinies. But there's also like a bunch of info with that. I keep seeing YouTubers. I have to be very careful because since I watch Pokemon YouTubers, YouTube likes to recommend me videos of things. And I keep getting, I don't know if it's spoilers or if it's like just people trying to clickbait, which is what it sounds like. But I saw there's something about like 16 badges or something like that, which I don't know if that's the case. I don't know a lot of the stuff, and I'm sure that's a leak. So I'm trying not to look too much into it, but YouTube keeps recommending me a bunch of leak videos, and I'm like, stop. I've literally never watched one leak video Pokemon. Stop showing that at my front of my page. I'm going to have to go, like, hide in a bunker before the games come out. I've got another, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? When does that come out? Comes out that Friday. So 1, 2, 3. It's like 4 weeks. It's like 3.5 weeks. which I'm so ready for. God, those games. I'm so ready to grind the hell out of those games. Also, Damien, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm trying to ask off work. Those games come out the Thursday, the 18th, in Japan, it comes out at midnight in Japan, but it comes out. It'll be 11 o'clock our time when it comes out, and I'm going to be playing it that Thursday. So I want to take off that Thursday, Friday, and that next week, if I take off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's only 5 days off because I have to get rid of 13 days still in 2 months. So that would be 5 days off that I would take off, but I would get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Thanksgiving, Friday for Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I wouldn't work for like 13 days. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be sick. I'm going to have 13 days straight to do nothing but play Pokemon and go eat food at my family's house. It's going to be legit. So that's what I plan on doing. That's how I'm going to use some of my off days. But I do have 13 days to get rid of, so I have to figure out how to get rid of 13 more days. It'll be 8 more days after that. I'll have to figure out how to get rid of 8 more days in a month. So I'll have to take off a lot of time in December. That's a good problem to have, I guess. Not a bad problem to have. It's a use it or lose it too, so I'm not losing days. That's for damn sure. I wonder if, speaking of that, I wonder if that thumbnail got done. No, it didn't, said that. What do you think about the Overworld Shinies in PLA? Ultra Gigas, what up? I didn't like them. I thought they were too abundant and made Shinies way too easy. I mean, even full-on Shinies really isn't that hard. If you just fly around the world in Legends Arceus looking for Shinies and you do no other like shiny hunting method, you'll get a shiny within a couple hours. Like, it really isn't difficult to get. So I personally don't enjoy that. You know, it makes full odd shinies not very special. I found this full odd shiny, in fact, when I was doing my 10-hour hunt. I found one in my 10 hours, so mind you, it still took a while, but it was actually a Shiny Skorupi. I just realized I'm going for a hunt that I already have 2 of, I think. No, it wasn't Skorupi. It was Croagunk. I'm stupid. It wasn't Skorupi. It was Croagunk. I don't have the Shiny Skorupi. It was Croagunk that I got. I have 2 Croagunks in that game, but one of them was a full odds. So I personally didn't like it. Granted, this game might be different in how they give you encounters. Maybe they give you less, or maybe it just works differently. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll still shiny hunt, don't get me wrong, but it's just unfortunate. You know, like using the counters to go over how many times you've done it. Like, that's just going to be gone other than for, like, static encounters, which I'm sure you can reset for, like in Sword and Shield, and they did it in PLA as well, where you could change the way you hunt it, but by doing like soft resets. But aside from that, like, it's just not as rewarding in my opinion. But we'll see. What do you think, Gigas? What do you think of that, the Overworld Shinies? It's just interesting when people talk about like shiny Pokemon as like non-shiny hunters. You know, people talk about going for shiny Pokemon. People talk about going for shiny Pokemon as non-hunters. Like, most people are like, yeah, make it easier. But, like, I've never understood that mentality. Even, like, before I really started digging into shiny hunting, I never really understood, like, making things easier for the sake of making it easier. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't. I like the fact that these are rare enough to where it's like, you aren't going to see one every day, but you can, if you really focus, you can see quite a bit. You know, like, I like the in-between of, like, going for something like this. But I don't know. I just... Legends Arceus. If I were to shiny hunt right now in Legends Arceus, and I did that every morning, I would probably find a shiny most days through the mass outbreaks and the mass outbreaks. Like, I would probably average a shiny a day, a shiny a stream, if not more. And I only stream 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. So that, to me, is just too easy, preferably. But some people like that. But I personally just don't prefer that. I like for myself. For a lot of people, they resort to hacks anyway. I can see where catchers might view it differently. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people do. They don't mind hacked shinies, and that's fine. If you want to hack shiny, be my guest. You're not hurting anybody. You know, it's not affecting me in any way. I can't use hacked shinies. I don't do it just for the looks. Like I want a shiny Pokemon because of the effort to earn it, you know. And if I didn't earn it, I don't see a point in it. You know, like I'll see like giveaways like at like GameStop and stuff. Like they're doing one right now, I think, for one shiny Pokemon. I can't remember what it is, but they're giving shiny Pokemon away. And to me, like, it might even be shiny Pokemon right now, but sometimes they do. Like they do a shiny Pokemon giveaway, and I personally just don't. I got a card for shiny Zacian in Sword or the other one. Doesn't matter. I got one from GameStop, and I never even like redeemed it because I personally think since I didn't like work toward it, it's not as exciting. Now, had they given me a card to go to like an area to go then shiny hunt for it, if it had like normal odds and I had to go like reset for it, that would be awesome, and I would definitely be doing that. But it's not usually how they do distribution. They just do shiny Pokemon, which makes sense because most people want it that way. And for me, I just don't find it as rewarding. But I understand why people definitely like it. I understand for sure. I don't think that Pokemon Company are in the wrong for doing it. I personally don't like it in my games, but I totally understand why they do it. All right, I said at 700, I'm going to get some more water. So I'm going to get some more water real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have my breakfast of champions again. My Diet Coke and peanut butter crackers. Only mythicals should be given away, but rather than as in-game event. Oh, I would love that if they did that. I would love if they went back to that. They did that with BDSP, and that's what actually made me excited for it. Doo-doo fart, bruh, chill. What up, Beard Yeah, if they did it as an event, if they, like, imagine if you went into GameStop and the card they gave you, instead of giving you, you know, whatever, if they give you a card to do an in-game event that unlocks something in-game, like where you got to go hunt it yourself, that would make it so much more rewarding. They did that. They used to have that, like, with the old Mew event and stuff like that, and like even in the Diamond and Pearl events, they did that too. Like back then, they just did it so much more often, and I prefer that way than just putting in a code and getting a shiny Pokemon. Like, damn, I wish they would do that. I think most people would enjoy it, even if it was shiny. Like, even if you did a shiny giveaway, you can still do that, and like let us go hunt it though. Let us go catch it. Let us go do whatever cool event and have a cool area where you can go into to like see the Pokemon. How awesome would that be? Like they could really do a better job with in-game events like that than just give you a code to type into the thing and get it, you know? I think the last shiny distribution they had was at GameStop for Shiny Eternatus. That was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, exactly, that one. There was one in the UK that they did that was different. It was for the, I can't remember which Pokemon they were, but they haven't been distributed in a while, so it was pretty rare. I think they were mythicals. Pretty sure they were mythicals, but I can't remember which ones they were. I could be wrong in that. For mythical events, but they never use them, maybe just Darkrai. Yeah. You can still hack into those games, hack into it. There's something you could do like totally legally. I shouldn't say hack. There's like a way you can connect to the internet and put in certain things to where you can basically get behind the wall and get to where those events were placed and still hunt those today, which is really cool and something that I want to someday do. That would be really, really cool to do soft reset hunts for those. But those are full odds. Oof. A full odds. I've never done a soft reset hunt. I've certainly never done a full odds soft reset hunt. So that would be an experience. That's for sure. Most soft reset hunts you do like less than 100 encounters an hour. So if I did that, that would, on average, let's say I could get up to 100 resets an hour, which most of the time you can't in most games. That would be, I shiny hunt 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. right now on the schedule that I have, that would be 81 hours. That would take me 6 hours a week. That would literally take me like 3 months to get on average, and if I didn't go over odds. Another way streamers hunt Chinese is via egg hatching, but apparently that's going to be different. Are they getting rid of egg hunting? No, please don't tell me that. Don't tell me I can't Masuda method hunt for whatever reason, and don't ask me why. I really enjoy Masuda method hunting. I have the most shinies in this game are from Masuda method. I have like 8 Masuda method shinies, and that's the way I prefer to shiny hunt. I'm so sad. I feel like I'm gonna have to only be playing this game to shiny hunt, and my shiny hunts are gonna be ruined in that game, and I'm just gonna come back to Sword and Shield. Let's hope not, though. God, I hope not. I hope not. Grant, I'm starting off my day the best way possible with a morning drink. With a morning drink that everyone drinks in the morning. The most universal drink that everyone drinks in the morning. Diet Coke. No Gen 9 leaks, please. Yeah. We won't talk about it. He said he thinks. We don't know for sure. So, we won't leak. I promise. Because I don't know the leaks either. I'm drinking an energy tea. What's an energy tea? Is it just like, I guess I should addicted to caffeine. So it's just like tea with caffeine in it. That's not bad though. I guess it's still better than drinking a soda like I am. I'm not addicted to caffeine. Like I legitimately could get off caffeine tomorrow. It's the taste of Diet Coke that I like. That's the thing to me. Like, I don't need caffeine to wake me up. I drink water before, and like the first, so I just now opened my Diet Coke. I've been up for a little over an hour, so most of the time I have to start off with water. I need at least a cup or two of water before I can have anything else. I don't drink caffeine to stay awake. I know the Gen 9 leaks. I won't say anything. Yes, Grant, if you see any leaks in this chat, do you have moderation on this? I need to turn you into a mod so you can delete any messages that might have Gen 9 leaks when you're here. I didn't go into detail because I'm trying to avoid spoilers myself. Yeah, same. I think we're all trying to avoid spoilers. So I got tea with these energy booster flavor things and energy caffeine. It's made like a coffee shop-esque place. No, that's pretty cool. Like I said, it's better than having a Diet Coke in the morning. Tears my stomach up, literal pain. Really? Diet Coke of all things? Mine does that too, but not Diet Coke. Since Diet Coke's got like that fake sugar, I'm fine. But if I drink a normal soda in the morning, like if I drink a Sprite, god damn, my stomach gets fucked up. My stomach can't handle like normal sugar in the morning. I don't know why. Like toward the end of the day, if I did it, like or in the afternoon, I'd be fine. But anytime before like noon, if I had like a Sprite, damn, my stomach would hurt so bad. Then I go through coffee, but I do one day a week where I don't touch coffee. What day of a week is it? Monday, every 20th Monday of the year you do it. You get off coffee. Isn't Diet Coke even less healthy than normal Coke? People that drink Coke like to say that. People who drink Diet Coke like to refute that. I don't know. I don't know. I certainly don't drink it because it's healthy. I don't drink Diet Coke because it's the healthier alternative to Coke. I drink Diet Coke because I think it tastes better than Coke. Usually Tuesdays. That's good. I should do that. That's how I should start weaning myself off Diet Coke. Actually, the only way I was ever able to get off Diet Coke, I was off it. I say this like it's a drug, but it literally, it's like, I mean, caffeine's a drug, but that's not what I'm addicted to. It's the taste of Diet Coke. But I was off soda completely for like 3 years. And then I just recently started drinking it again, like a year or two ago. But I was off it for like a solid 3 years. Didn't have a single thing of soda. Would just drink water and like lemonade and stuff if I wanted flavor. Or Gatorades. Gatorades were good when I was just wanting something of flavor. I'm ready for a cookout this weekend. Dude, bring me back some. My mom has unironically brought me back some cookout one time. She stopped in like, I think it's in Cincinnati, or like not in Cincinnati, but close to Cincinnati, where you can get some. And she stopped there. She made my dad stop there and get some cookout, and she brought it to me. It was cold, but I still ate it, and it was excellent. wasn't cold. It was like lukewarm, I should say, but it was still really good. Dude, just bring me. I so badly want to find the queso sauce. You can have everything else. Like everything else is very meh, I guess, but the queso sauce, dude, I need to find out where the fuck they get those and order like a tub of it because that shit's amazing. It would make every food better. Since he is 3.5 hours away from my college. Nice. Joseph, that's awesome. Cincinnati's about like an hour and 45 minutes from here. Where do you go to college, Joseph, if you don't mind me asking? Joseph, you also... the name Joseph cracks me up for a couple different reasons. There's a Key and Peele skit where this guy's named Joseph, and one of them keeps yelling. I'm like, Joseph! Joseph! And I always think of that when I see Joseph. But also, if anyone watched Bob's Does Sports, it's a golf channel. They're hilarious. And one of the names is Joseph, and they're these two guys that do it, and it's like they're a married couple, and they just crack me up. They're so funny. But he always says Joseph. He calls him Joseph. All right, Joseph. Baldwin Wallace University. I've never heard of it. What are you studying? Don't study business. I have a business degree and it's fucking useless. But if you are studying business, good luck. Accounting is good. I will say it's about the only business degree you can get that is legitimately useful and incredibly marketable when you get out of college. Everyone and their mom needs an accountant. That's very good. If I went back in time, I would get my either IT degree or my accounting degree. And that's exactly what I would do. That's really good. Especially if you're going to go get your master's in accounting. You can go straight to, like, hell, after your master's, you could land a pretty solid accounting deal with a master's. I had a buddy that, granted, his dad knew some people, so that helped. But he went to college and got an accounting degree, got his bachelor's in accounting, and was making, like, $80K straight out of college. Like, was making good money. For a bachelor's degree. I certainly wasn't making no $80K out of college. That's for damn sure. Oh, man. But college was great. I really enjoyed college. Last summer with a firm of Cleveland and also have another internship planned for the summer. Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really good. Yeah, internships really help you get your foot in the door if you want to work for somewhere like that. That's really good. That's exciting. I have a buddy that's an accountant. He works for the government in Maryland. I think he does accounting. He does something for the government. I think it's accounting. And I have another buddy that is an accountant. Well, he was kind of an accountant. He's not really anymore. He does more sales stuff, but he made really good money too. Accounting is a solid gig to go into. College was a blast though. Same, dude. Same. I fucking hated high school. But college was fucking awesome. I loved college. I still miss college to this day. No responsibility. Classes were stupid easy, which I know is mostly because I got a business degree and it was fucking useless. But class was a joke. I barely studied because I didn't like. To get straight A's in college, you need to be a really good student. To get straight B's in college, you don't really have to try that hard. At least for a business degree, I barely had to try. If I wanted A's, I had to try. And the first, it was so funny. The first semester of my first year, I worked my ass off. Studied every day. Really, really killed it going into college. And I got a really good GPA my first year. I think I got 1B. I got all A's and 1B. And my parents were like, "Oh, good." Especially my mom. My mom's a teacher, so she was always big on getting good grades. My dad was just like, "Just don't flunk out." But so my mom was really happy. She's like, "Oh, he's gonna be a great student in college." And then after that, I was like, "Wait a minute. I got good grades, and I don't think it's actually gonna help me in the real world. I don't need to get A's. I can get B's." And then I did. And then I realized I could work my ass off and study every day and get straight A's. And I guess put like a really high GPA on my resume. Or I could actually have fun in college and get straight B's. And it had just about the same sort of impact. One thing I didn't do, which I wish I would have done, was like internships and stuff in between. That's what killed me. That would have been much more helpful had I done all that, but I didn't. Instead, I worked all summer, which was useless. Let me tell you, getting out of school, getting out of college with a degree and no work experience, that was rough. That was rough. I had to go fight for everything. Man. And especially for whatever reason, after college, I wanted to stay where I went to college. I went to college in Tennessee. I now live in Indiana. But I wanted to go back to where I was at college because I still liked that area and wanted to be in that area at the time. I'm glad I left because there was not very much opportunity. There were not very many opportunities there. But damn. Like, I was happy when I got a job as a bank teller. And I fought my ass off for that job. Granted, it paid pretty well, and they hired within. Like, most people at that company, I think even at the highest level, even like a lot of the execs started as bank tellers. Like, that's just kind of how the business culture was there. So, had I been there and that had been like a lifelong career, within a couple years, I would have been like head bank teller. A couple years after that, I would have been one of the business people in the back. You know, like it was a pretty linear way to move up into a company. So it was a good gig for sure. And it was hard to get because everyone wanted that job. But let me tell you, that's all that I had to fight to get a job as a bank teller with a college degree. That's not a fun experience. Helps me with getting into management positions is why I have it as a backup. Oh, for sure. It definitely helps. Definitely helps in that regard. You need a lot of experience, though, for like management positions, but it definitely helps that you do internships and stuff. That's much better than what I did. But I'm happy with where I'm at now, so all that brought me to where I am now, so can't complain. Me and my wife live comfortably now. We don't have too many worries. We make enough money to get the bills paid and some in savings, so can't ask for more than that. All right. I'm done eating. Now I won't have long breaks in my talk. Oh, man. College is fun, though. I really enjoyed college. Everybody I met there. I had a lot of fun in college with a lot of the guys that I met, and still are some of my best friends to this day. I know Elise, my wife, a lot of her college friends are in the area, so it's really nice. She gets to see them pretty often. I went to school in Tennessee, and I now live in Indiana, so I don't see a lot of my college buddies. Some of them live in Indiana, but most of them live out of state, so I don't get to see them as often, unfortunately. What if it was all a dream? What if everything's a dream? What if this is just the Matrix? That's really trippy to think about when you really start to think about, like, more in depth about what's real and what isn't. I go back to I think, therefore I am. And that's where I end it, because if I start thinking too much into it, I start to get real tripped out, freaking myself out, like, oh, what the fuck? He can get pretty existential pretty quick. I always talk about this. Regardless of what you believe is going to happen when you die, isn't it crazy that we have gone as a species many millennia without figuring out what happens after we die? Isn't that fucking wild? Like, when you think about it that way, how do we not know? All of us live, all of us die, yet none of us know what actually happens after you die. You may have an inclination or a belief of what you think happens, but no one knows, you know? No one actually knows that. And it's so weird. Technology today still hasn't been able to figure out that simple yet incredibly interesting question of what happens when you die. That's so weird. I don't know. It just really trips me out when I think about it like that. I feel like it feels like I'm having a conversation right now that I'm high. I promise you I'm not high, but it's a conversation you have when you're high, I feel like. Not that I know that when it's high, because obviously I don't do drugs. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't like weed. I'm not a fan of weed. We all dream, but nobody knows what they are. I know, right? Like, dreams don't fully make much sense. Even our, like, cognitive thinking, like the voice inside our head, I guess I shouldn't say it that way. You know what I mean? But, like, we don't fully understand that process either. Like, how are we thinking? I'm sure there's, like, brain waves when we could do it in that regard, but, like, the in-depth understanding of how we're able to internalize our thoughts, I don't think is fully understood. And that's really trippy to think about. Now, that I think can eventually be learned. Like, I think we will learn how that happens. I think that's something that we just don't know because we haven't been able to. We don't have, like, the technology for that, but I feel like one day it's too early for this. I feel like one day we will learn why it is we have thoughts and, like, how they work and whatnot. But I don't know if we'll ever learn as a species what happens after we die. You know what I mean? Like, is there a possibility that we'll learn what that's like? Because anyone that's like, people might be like, well, you know what, let's die, because we've had people that die and come back to life, and they explain a lot of different things. There's lots of different, like, testimonies of some people experience heaven, some people experience hell, some people experience nothing, some people experience something that's totally different. You know, like, there's, and most of that is chalked up to, like, when you first die, there's a lot of brain activity, and there's some explanation to that, like some scientific reasoning behind that. But, like, that's not truly what it's like to be dead, you know? Like, you were dead, but you weren't dead, you know what I mean? Like, you weren't dead for, like, 2 weeks. You know, like, they bring back a dead guy for 2 weeks that's been dead. Now, that's something that would be interesting to hear of what their experience was. But outside of that, like, yeah, we truly don't know, which is weird. The human mind is the most complicated thing to exist. Yeah, it's mind-blowing. Yet we all exist inside of it. It's the most complicated thing, yet it's the most simplistic thing for us. Sam Harris explains a lot of it, but it's too much for me to grasp. Yeah, there's a lot to it. I don't think anybody knows, obviously. Like, Sam Harris doesn't know, like, what happens after we die or, like, what truly happens with your mind. But yeah, it's still an interesting thing to think about. Very interesting. Is it Sam Harris that has some really, really, really weird, fucked up views? Isn't it him? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting thought. But you're welcome for that. At 9 o'clock in the morning, you're welcome for that. Or whatever time it is where you are. You're welcome to think existentially. Like, we live and we die. It's just so weird. It's so weird. Like, everyone that's ever existed has lived and died, other than those that are still alive. And it's... we don't know what happened to them. That's just weird. You know, we all have our things that we think is going to happen, but none of us actually know. Oh, my God. What I do know is I want to get this Shiny Skorupi before I'm dead. Oh, come on. What is the rarity chance on Skorupi? It's 1 in 1365. I need to put that somewhere. I need to, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. I can't wait. Let me open up Photoshop and see if I can change this real quick. I'm going to try and do this on the fly. Without losing any efficiency. Now, where is this outline that I have? I don't even know. Oh, is this the outline? Yeah. Nope. Go here. There we go. Odds. I spelled odds wrong. Oh, I ran into a Lickitung. Rest in peace. Odds. 1 in 1365. Where's a good place to have this? I think just right here is going to be it. It's above my head name, so it's kind of awkward. Some of you guys think this looks awkward with it being above my name. Let me put like shiny odds. Shiny odds. 1 in 1365. 5. Let's see if this will work. If I think it saves immediately if you save it as the same name. Layouts. Halloween layout.png, I think is what it is. No, it's not. Which one am I using? Zigzagoon layout. Okay. Oh, okay. Whoa. Let me make this work. Let's just make this guy a little smaller. There we go. Okay. Now you see the odds. Is that too much? That's too much text, isn't it? That's gonna look weird, isn't it? The shiny hunt of Regidrago. Oh, dude, I want to do that one. That might be one of my next hunts. Is the Runaways with Regidrago. I want to do that hunt. Maybe I make this smaller. There we go. It's better if I make it smaller. Let me save this. Let me see if that looks better. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. I think I got it there. Does that look good? At 11 hours now with only 542 encounters. With Regidrago, really? Damn, it takes you 11 hours to get that many? Are you doing the Runaways? Like the shiny odds on screen? Yeah. I think the shiny odds right below the number looks good. I think that's better. Looks good? Hell yeah. All right, Damien's the designer in the chat. He said it looks good, so I'm happy with it. As long as Damien's happy with it, I'm happy with it. I think it might be just a smidgen too close to those numbers, though. Let me put that up a little bit. That's better. That's better. Now you know what the odds are. Noah's Elf. Oh, that's right. I forgot you're going for Zelf, Bruno. Is it Zelf resets or is it Runaways? I think the runaways for Reggie Drago are pretty quick. There's a content creator, Pokey Hitter, who's on a 20-day streak with over 9,000 attempts. Damn. And does he have the shiny charm? Because with the shiny charm, it's only 1 in 1365. Without the shiny charm, it'd be 1 in 4,000. He'd be still over double odds with the shiny charm. That's wild. Guys, I don't normally do this, but if you guys haven't, if you could hit the like button, that helps me out a bunch and can definitely help me be in front of more faces. So if you could, hit that like button if you haven't already. And I appreciate it if you have. Mesprit is the only runaway, so I'm skipping that one. Oh, really? No. I meant not like runaway, not the one that roams, but the ones where you can, like, instead of soft resetting your hunt, you can, like, run back and run back into it. That's what they call runaways. You could do that for Darkrai and for Shaman. Shaman, you can do it. You can do it for both Shaman and Darkrai. I think Darkrai, though, is still more efficient to reset, though, because the runaways take longer. No. It's 1 in 4,000 something, so I don't think he has a shiny charm. Okay. Just did, Chief. Wait, what did you just do? It's okay to remind us to hit the like button because people like me forget. Oh, yes. Okay, you're saying that's what you did. Thank you. Thank you guys for those that liked. I know I need to do it more often. I usually just forget. I actually hide my view count. 777. Nope, not on the lucky number. I usually hide my view count and my like count. I don't care to look at them, to be honest. As long as the chat's moving, that's all I really care about. So I try not to look too much. Actually, I can make it to where I can only see the likes. That's what I should probably do from now on. But yeah, I don't care to look at it. It like distracts and it makes you focus on numbers instead of just focusing on who's in the chat and who you're talking to and the conversation that you're having. So I try not to look at the view count too much. I don't like focusing on that. Liked it. Yes, thank you. That's another thing. When I have conversations, I forget what I talked about like literally 2 seconds prior. So for Red Drug was like 20-some thousand. Jesus. I watch what's his name? I can't think of the Pokemon YouTuber's name right now. He's pretty popular. He's a shiny hunter. Oh my god, why can't I think of his name? Holy cow. It's gonna drive me nuts. But he did a full odds hunt and went like quad odds on like 8192. And I can't remember which Pokemon it was for. It was Registeel. Who was the PokeTuber that went like quad odds on Registeel in like Gen 4? I can't think of who it was. What is his name? Oh my god. He always dresses up for his hunts. And he's hilarious. He plays a lot with Absol blogs too. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look this up. Give me 1 second. It's gonna bother me. Supreme Arcanines. Do you guys know Supreme Arcanine? Let me see what he went to. He had the longest hunt, his longest hunt, and it went, I think, well over quad odds. Let me see if I can find it. It was a while ago, though. I remember watching it. Yeah, it was a Reggie that he had it all in a video. Okay, he had it in a video, but I don't know which one. Let me see if I can find which one went the longest. Yeah. Okay, no, he went more than quad odds. He went to 70,000 encounters with Shiny Registeel. 70,000. That's almost 10 times odds. And he did that in a full odds shiny hunt. I could never. There is no possible way on this universe I could do that. Tales of Taylor? No, but I love Tales of Taylor. Didn't you say you knew Tales of Taylor, Damien? That dude's awesome. He puts out great fucking content. In fact, I just watched his video where he got a shiny Fortress in Gen 2, and it's such a good shiny in Pokemon Stadium. And the little skit that he did, I don't know if you watched that one. He did a little skit with oh my god, I can't think of anything right now. Not the Abominable Snowman. What's the other one? But he did a video with that. It was pretty funny. Only long hunt I know of one guy who did 12,000 counters until he finally got a shiny Natu. Not even a good shiny. Oh, I know. It really isn't. It's just kind of like a little brighter. Actually, never heard of him, and I follow a lot of PokeTubers. You never heard of Supreme Arcanines? If you like shiny hunting, go watch Supreme Arcanines. He's an excellent content creator. And I think he's like one of my favorite. Unfortunately, he went to Twitch for a while. I think he kind of does both now, YouTube and Twitch live streams. He used to do just YouTube live streams, and I think he mostly sticks to Twitch now, but he's really enjoyable to watch. I wish he would have stuck with YouTube, though. I don't know why he switched. I think that kind of hurt his growth when he switched from YouTube. I think he was like stagnating on YouTube, so he thought he would go to Twitch, and I think that actually hurt him. But I don't know. Yeah, good guy. I'd say he's a friend since we contact each other now and then, but we're not like close. Oh, okay. You've known him for years. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. I think it's really fun to watch his videos. I enjoy his videos a lot. He does what I really like with YouTube, with shiny Pokemon YouTubers. Like the thing for me, and the reason why I think Absol Blogs Pokemon is the best Pokemon YouTuber, I really like storytelling, and one thing they do when they go for shiny Pokemon, they don't do like, they aren't just like, okay, here's the shiny reaction, ah! You know, like, and that's it. Like it's, ooh, I should not do that. My wife is definitely asleep. I should not scream like that. Whoops. But they don't just do that. They like actually make a story about it and talk about like their experience leading up to it and all that stuff. So I really enjoy that kind of style of video. Why not just stream on both YouTube and Twitch? You're technically not allowed to. Twitch has a contract, which I think they changed recently, but they had a contract for a long time that if you were an affiliate, you couldn't stream on YouTube at the same time. Myself included. I still did it. You know, I did both. I used to do both, and I obviously never got in trouble for it. But I know some people actually care about the rules. I could give most of my audience was on YouTube, so if I got banned on Twitch, I was like, okay, I don't really give a fuck. But whatever. Speaking of which, Twitch changed their payout. It used to be $100, and I think it lowered to something. I don't know what it was. But all of a sudden, like, I never got up to that extra $100. I'd gotten a couple Twitch payouts, but I hadn't got one in a while, and since I hadn't been streaming on Twitch. But then all of a sudden, I saw a thing hit my bank account like a month ago, and it was like, you got a payment from Twitch. I'm like, oh, shit. It was like $80-some. I'm like, well, that's nice. Wasn't expecting that. I love capitalism. False. I know Ninja did all plat streaming. Wait, what? What was it? Ninja was somebody that really tried to translate his success on Twitch into success in like a celebrity sense. Like really tried to go outside of Twitch and YouTube and try to make himself like more than what he was. And it almost worked. It almost worked. And it's not when it happened. His downfall didn't start with this, and he's still really successful, so I'm not trying to act like he's not. But I felt like it didn't help when he did that. What was it at the New Year's party where he like flossed the New Year's party and nobody else was doing it? It was so cringy. Or was it that, or was it his stupid ass dance that he does or whatever? It was one of those two, and it was the cringiest fucking thing in the world. I felt bad for him that day. Uzi, what up? Uzi, you changed your name when you came here. Were you on a different account? Welcome. Oh, he did? I didn't know that. I know he switched. To Mixer for a while, which I still say Mixer was the best streaming service ever. I loved Mixer. I did Mixer for a while, and it was so much fun. Mixer was a blast. It was a small community, but it was a good community. Are we talking about Ninja Fortnite, or is there a shiny hunter named Ninja? No, we're talking about Ninja Fortnite. Unless somebody else was talking about the Ninja on YouTube. I was on a different account. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I was like, I don't know about Ryan L, but then you said then it was Uzi. I was like, okay, yeah, I know Uzi. Hurt so good. Yeah, but I think Ninja, I mean, I watched this video and it annoyed me. It was like an essay on why like Ninja's like an evil person. And like it was really, really tame shit. Like legitimately pretty tame. And it was, the guy was acting like he was the biggest asshole in the world. And I don't remember what the arguments were, but it almost made me want to make another video, like, as a response to that video. I'm just like, no, he's not that bad of a guy. Like, I truly believe that Ninja's not a terrible guy. He's not my kind of, content creator. I'm not going to watch him. I understand his appeal, and I understand why people watch him. He's not for me, but to act like the guy is like the biggest piece of shit in the world is just a little disingenuous. He cleaned up his act when he got popular to appeal to a wider audience, which totally makes sense and is totally fine. People were like mad that he like is all about positivity now, and before he used to like shit on people in like PUBG games. It's like, come on. Like, I just thought it was so childish and stupid that people were like making a bigger deal out of that than it was. It was pretty funny watching the videos of like, oh, here's an increased spawn. Nope. It was pretty funny watching the videos of like, he'll be like, oh, I'm all about positivity. And it's all about, and then they would, right after that, they would cut to a clip of him just like saying all these names to people. And it was pretty hilarious if you take it as that. Like if you take it as surface level, like, haha, that's pretty funny and ironic. But then people just was like, no, but that means he's actually a terrible person and deserves to go to hell. And it's like, okay, let's chill, bro. Putting a ninja response video. No, sorry. It was, yes, I agree. I wouldn't have done it, and that's exactly why I didn't do it, because that's not my audience. But it annoyed me enough to where I was like, damn, I wish I had an audience enough that I could like speak out against this video and be like, this is stupid. Like, people, you're being dumb. It was like weirdly popular. It was a very small YouTuber that did a video that it got popular with, and he kept like repeating the same arguments in the video of basically like, he's a piece of shit for like that reason. And it was a really weak video, and it got a lot of views because he put Ninja in the thumbnail and said like, this is why he's actually a piece of shit, and everyone loves to shit on Ninja. So it was just like, it was dumb. But anyway, this was a while ago. I don't even remember who it was or what it was. To being himself when he opened up to streaming on all platforms. I bet. Like I imagine he got better. I used to watch him prior to him getting big on Fortnite, and even when he was big on Fortnite was when I was playing Fortnite, and I watched him a couple times, and he was pretty good at the game. Like he was legitimately good at the game, so it was fun to watch him. And there weren't that many people. It was like him and like what was Myth. Do you guys remember Myth? I don't know if he still streams. I'm sure he does, but he was really good at the game, so I'd watch them too. But even before then, I used to play PUBG and used to watch Ninja when he played PUBG, and he was entertaining. Like I legitimately liked watching him. But yeah, after that, I haven't watched him much. The Courage and Ninja videos are super hilarious. I don't know if I've watched those. I don't watch much of Courage or Ninja, so think about the time I used to watch YouTube drama videos. Bruh. YouTube drama videos are like a really good time waster, though. No, low key is a good time waster. I feel like I would watch those videos when I was at work at my last place. Dude, drama in general, when I'm not I don't like being a part of drama. It's really, really annoying, and I find it obnoxious and over the top. But when other people are in drama, dude, I could just sit there all day and watch it. It cracks me up. But I try to stay out of drama for the most part in my own life. I don't need that in my life. But like, even that's the whole point of like reality shows and stuff like that. Like cheesy reality shows. Like, do you ever watch? If anybody ever watched Love Is Blind? There's a new season of Love Is Blind that Elise and I have to watch. But like stupid shit like that isn't entertaining. Elise and I watch every Tuesday. We watch Below Deck, which is a show about these like people that work on these mega yachts. It's incredibly entertaining because these people just like. It's these people that have to like work their asses off every day and work like 16-hour shifts, but then also just like they work hard, they party hard. They're like literally the definition of like work hard, play hard, and it's incredibly fascinating to watch. And Elise and I watch it every Tuesday or every Monday now, but every Tuesday usually it comes out and we watch it on Tuesdays. It's entertaining. I don't really like reality shows. They feel too staged. Only reality thing I've seen is Tiger King. Dude, Tiger King. That was like a train wreck that you couldn't look away from. That shit was insane. Tiger King was so good. Oh, that was such a good documentary. Did you guys watch the follow-up episodes? They did like a season 2, but it was like just like a follow-up episode of like stuff that happened. And these people tried to get the Tiger King out of jail, and they had this whole case built up of having to get him out of jail, and they were supposed to go meet with like Donald Trump Jr. or whatever, and it was supposed to be a big thing. They were trying to get it all going, and they had the day they were supposed to meet them was the day of the Capitol riot, and it's hilarious. They edit this video so perfectly. You just got to go watch it if you haven't watched it. It's highly entertaining. They like build up to this day that they're finally going to meet with Donald Jr. and hope to get some work done. And they were hoping that Donald Trump would like pardon him or whatever. And they got all this work, and then it was like day of, and it said January 6th, and it was just, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. It's just really funny. But yes, Tiger King was really good. We watched, that was right at the start of the pandemic, so we watched the whole thing. Tiger King and Animal Crossing, that's all I did during the entire pandemic. That like we had a 6-week lockdown in Indiana, but our company was only really closed for like 4 weeks of it. And we're a very small company, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, we shut down, and I was at home for like 4 weeks. That was when I started streaming Pokemon Planet too. That was so much fun. America moment, I guess. You want a guy like that out of jail? Yeah, people are dumb. People are dumb. Yeah, imagine the thing that you're fighting for is to get Tiger King out of jail. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that wild? Like, that's what you put your time and effort into, is getting this random asshole that you don't know and probably obviously did some fucked up shit that we saw. Like, all that to just, I don't know. It was weird. It was very weird. But dude, that was a weird time. Isn't it crazy that our entire country just basically like shut down for like 6 weeks? Isn't that wild? Like the whole world shut down. Oh my God, we can find love on the world's best dating site. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm working on it. I don't know why this person isn't being banned after I literally... That was weird. I literally reported it. That should automatically ban somebody, but for some reason on YouTube it doesn't. Still hunting Virizion, getting bored of it. What are you up to, Uzu? What are you hunting it in? Virizion. I'm trying to think of what you would hunt Virizion in. Is that Gen 6? Is that X and Y? You can hunt it? No, that's Gen 5, right? Are you hunting it in Gen 5? Fighting to bail someone like Chris Chan? Who's Chris Chan? Hunting it in Sword and Shield. Oh, is Virizion... Wait, can you get that as an overworld encounter, or is that in the Dynamax Adventures? I'm dumb. Where do you get that? I finished my Dex and Sword, so I'm doing Virizion. Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah, you finished your Dex. That's awesome. I know you, last stream you had like 50 to do or something like that, didn't you? That's awesome. Overworld. Where do you find that? See, I know you can get... Can't you get Virizion? I know you can get Terrakion. And then I imagine you can get the other one, whatever the fuck the other one is. The Swords of Justice Pokemon. But yeah, I think you can get that in this, and I've never even tried. I don't even know where to get them. Probably because I didn't play through. I think my next hunt after Halloween might be the Regidrago hunt. The Runaways for Regidrago. I think that'd be a fun hunt to go for since I haven't gone for that. But we'll see. You got to collect those footsteps, and you can camp method or soft reset for it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I've seen someone go for the Terrakion. "68-part documentary on YouTube." What does he do? Like, what did he do? I got a dipped class. I'll hopefully catch you next time you stream. Well, thank you, Joseph. Yes, we stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to 10. Hope to see you there. Have a good one, Joseph. Good luck in your class. Reggie hunts are a pain because charm doesn't affect it. Oh, really? I thought Reggie hunts did get affected by that. Wait, are those full odds? If they're full odds, maybe I won't go for it. But I thought they did get affected by the charm. Certainly a wild individual. Yeah, I've never even heard of this person. I didn't even know anything about it. I'll have to look it up. Y'all talking about Chris Chan? Yeah, I have no idea who the hell Chris Chan is. Never heard the name in my life. Not once, not never. Nope. Ever heard of Sonichu? Sonichu? No. Sonichu? Sonichu? No, I've not heard of that. Sounds like you're saying Sonic Chew. They're full odds. I think I did like 2,000 for Reggie Steel, 4K for Regirock, and 6K for Reggie Ice. Holy shit. Okay, maybe I won't do that. I thought those were affected by the Shiny Charm. If those aren't affected by the Shiny Charm, then I'm not going to go for them. Is there a legendary that is affected by the Shiny Charm that I could go for? I guess I could go do soft resets in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in the whatevers. But the soft resets, actually, I think those work pretty decent. For some reason, I was thinking it was a hard reset, but I could do soft resets there. I want to do a runaway hunt that's... I don't think... There must not be a runaway hunt then that's lower odds. BDSP, I know, doesn't get Shiny Charmed for the Shaman. If we went for full odds Shaman. Happy anniversary video on YouTube? Dude, you guys are speaking another language right now. I don't know what any of this is. You can only soft reset the Swords of Justice or Spirit Tomb. Right. Yeah, because the sword... The box legendaries for Sword and Shield are shiny locked, which is dumb. Unless I'm sure you can hack. If you have a hacked Switch, you could probably turn those off, those hacks off, which would be cool to do. Once I get the OLED Switch, which I'm looking for one, I want to find the Scarlet and Violet Sword or OLED Switch. I'm gonna get one. I promise. I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna buy it. I meant to call GameStop, by the way, and I didn't do that on Friday. I need to do that. But I want to see if I can find one, and I'm going to buy it. I'm going to be in Florida, in a town where it's mostly old people, and I'm hoping that I can go to like Walmart or something and find it on launch day. Hopefully I'll get lucky. I don't know. I doubt it, but I'm going to try and find that Switch, and I'm going to buy it. For charm hunts, yeah. Dynamax Adventures are kind of annoying as well. Yeah, Dynamax Adventures are, like, after you've done a lot of them, they get really, really repetitive. I think if I did if I do another Dynamax Adventure, I need to be doing something else while I'm playing it. Because there's just too much downtime, and there's so much waiting in Dynamax Adventures that I feel like I have to do something else while I'm doing it. Christian is a guy who made Sonic OC comics with Sonichu, a mix between Sonic and Pikachu as the main character, and got cyberbullied online. Christian got cyberbullied online? Escalates a lot from there. Wow. That's intense. I didn't know there was so much drama in the Sonic fan comic world. I have a Solgaleo God Path that never fails. Oh, really? That's nice. That's really nice. And then you just like soft reset after that, don't you? He recently got to jail for doing stuff with his mom. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit, that escalated fast. What the fuck? That escalated so fast. He went to jail for doing stuff with his mom? Why did his mom not go to jail? Hello? Unless it was, like, forced. That's quite disturbing. Jesus Christ, that's brutal. That got dark quick. Have you heard of FPS Russia? Yeah, it's really sad. Aw. That reaction, though? Yeah. Some texts of him got leaked. I have not. Dude, that's brutal. Mental condition, if I'm correct. How does everybody know about this situation but me? I've never heard of this. Is this like a big thing? That's crazy. I've recently... I'm pretty proud of myself. I've recently stayed off of a lot of, like... So normally I'm usually, like... I check Reddit every day. And I've been watching, like, YouTubers like Hassan and some more, like, politically motivated YouTubers. And I found that is not good for my mental health at all. And I become very pessimistic when I like, go on Reddit and see all the drama in the world that's going on. And I watch people like Hassan who are very, very negative, which I understand why. Don't get me wrong. But I've found that I've put those things aside and not watched and consumed that stuff, and consumed more just like gaming stuff and more like lighthearted stuff. Dude, that has been a game changer for my mental health. I'm not incredibly pessimistic about the world anymore, and like I don't know. I'm so much better. I read all this stuff and recognize there's nothing that I can do about any of it. I cannot fix those things. John Oliver's another one I really like to watch. He's hilarious, but it's incredibly pessimistic. But I don't like watching those things a lot because when I do, it affects me quite a bit. So I've put those things aside, and it's been really good for me. So if you ever want to stay out of all the BS, I highly suggest you do that, because it can definitely help have a better outlook on life. The most documented person in history. That's wild. It's kind of like the Truman Show IRL at this point. I need to look this up. That's wild. I like watching gaming stuff, but sometimes you find yourself on the dark side of the internet. Right, exactly. It can get pretty brutal. It's not even necessarily like the dark side. It's just like, unfortunately, that's our reality, and when you consume stuff like that, the reality is very negative focused. And there's a lot of shitty things that's going on in this world. There's plenty of shitty things, and if you turn some bolder, what is the turn of phrase I'm trying to use? If you look under some stuff and you go looking for it, you'll find some incredibly negative and awful things about the world around us. But 99 times, in fact, 9,999 times out of 10,000, there we go, I did my math, you can't do anything about it. Like, I legitimately have no actual impact on this world in that regard. So there's no point in learning about all these terrible, awful things that are happening in this world that I can't do anything about. I got to choose what I want to be the thing I work toward, and that's got to be it. Like, I'm only one person. I'm only one human being. I can't have that large of an impact on this world. And I'm starting to recognize that, and recognize, like, learning about all this stuff is not going to help me. Like, it's not going to make my life better. All it's going to do is make me mad, upset, and, like, frustrated that I can't do anything about it, So, best to just stay away. Purrs, what up? Purrs, how you been, dude? Purrs, thank you for sending me that those days off yesterday. What are the odds you get this shiny before odds? Low. I would say low. I would love it if I got it before 1365, but I couldn't calculate the odds at this point. I would have to get it 5. It is the odds of me getting this shiny before odds. I think, if I know odds right, the odds of me getting the shiny before I hit 1365 is actually lower than me getting it after at this point. Some other mathematician who does odds can tell me that I'm a dumbass, and that's not the case. But I think, I think technically the odds of me going over odds is higher right now, because I've already gotten over halfway there. BS things going on right now. Yeah, there's always plenty of things going on, and there's only so much I can do, so I try and stay away. Pers, you working yet? You working today? I had to clock in. I got a ton of shit I got to do, and I do not feel like doing any of it. I feel like the next couple days are going to be busy, but then as the week goes on, I think my week kind of slows down a bit, I hope. Last week was dumb. Last week it was very busy. Just clocked in. Hell yeah. I need to get clocked in. I will after the stream, and then I got a lot of shit I need to do. I need to finish my creative video. I need to post Discord of what I did last week, which is going to look bad, but I did a fuck ton. It just doesn't show up in finished products. That's why it stresses me out. I don't know if anybody else has a job like this, but like my job is very like, I can do work and it'll seem like, I can spend 20 hours on a video, and the other videos will take me 2 hours. But both of them, I just say, this video is done. You know what I mean? Like, one video could take me significantly longer and be the exact same length, but it'll look, like I spend 20 hours on this video, and it's still just one video. You know what I mean? So, like, my output looks worse than what I actually put into it. So it always makes me nervous on weeks like this where I have to post that I only got, like, 2 videos done, even though they took me a shit ton of time. But my bosses understand, and they know that a lot of it takes a lot of work, so it's understandable. But yeah, I want to get this shiny. I'm ready for this red shiny. And then I need to evolve this Zigzagoon. I still need to evolve this at night. I need to just do it one of the streams. I'll turn the stream to nighttime. Nighttime. Turn it to nighttime and then evolve my Zigzagoon into an Obstagoon. Obstagoon's such a good looking shiny too. Zigzagoon is as well. This is probably one of the best shinies. I just really wish Pokemon would change the shinies up. It would be so nice, but alas, here we are. They've done that throughout the years. Like if you look through like the different sprites and the different changes between like Gen 2 shinies and like Gen 3 shinies changed, Gen 4 shinies were changed, Gen 5 shinies were changed, and then Gen 6 is where shinies stayed the same. Shinies haven't changed since Gen 6, and that's when they like got locked in basically. And then that's when they all got worse. Like most of the shinies when from Gen 5 to Gen 6 got worse. You know, Haunter used to have an outline, and the shiny with the outline on its hands looked so much better than it does now. Now it just has a blue tongue, and that's basically all it changed. It used to be a lot different. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Gen 5 shiny Haunter. Yeah, see, it's kind of hard. I can't. See if I can. Wait, I'll do this. I'll just do this. This is going to look dumb, but I'll do it. Where is it? Image. Oh my god, it's so small. Look what it used to be. That's with the outline on its hands like that. It looked awesome. Like, that looks legit. But then they got rid of the outlines. Is this the one I want to... Yeah. Then they got rid of the outlines, and it, like, just ruined the shiny. So which Pokemon would fix the flying animation of Pokemon shouldn't have? Like, Tropius or Skarmory? Like, they have a shiny animation, or they don't? Is that what you're saying? I don't know if I know those specific ones. It'll be interesting to see how the animations look in Scarlet and Violet. I didn't watch the preview of a lot of that, so I'm curious to see how it's going to look. I'm not terribly I'm not getting my hopes up for the animations to be amazing. I imagine they're going to be extremely similar to Legends Arceus, which they're all right. Not talking about shinies, but they fly as their animation because of Gen 6 Sky Battles, which was barely a feature anyway. Oh. So instead of, like, standing, they just fly all the time? I think I know what you're talking about now. I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot flying battles were even a thing. Sky Battles? I don't even know if I even did one. Did you have to do the one through the story? I don't remember doing a Gen 6 Sky Battle ever. Was it in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or was it in X and Y? The Gengar Shiny needs update, like how they changed the Charizard Shiny early on and made it cool. Right, exactly. I just wish they would change them. But for whatever reason, after Gen 6, they, like, refuse to change Shinies. I hope the box legendaries are not shiny locked in Scarlet and Violet. They probably will be. The box legendaries have been shiny locked for a long ass time, haven't they? I think they've been shiny locked since, like, Gen 6. The box legendaries, but it would be really cool to go for those shiny motorcycle Pokemon. Also, I cannot wait to get my first shiny Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, because hopefully it'll be a new Pokemon and I won't know what its shiny is going to look like. Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh, just thinking about that just gets me so excited. Like 3 trainers in the whole game that did Sky Battles. You couldn't even do it against friends? Really? See, I don't remember ever doing a Sky Battle. They didn't even make a flying type gym that made Sky Battles. Like, really? I don't remember Sky Battles at all. I remember that being a feature, but I don't remember doing one at all. I legitimately might not have ever done one. It's a brand new feature, and I never even did it. It's same like triple battles. I feel like I only did like 2 or 3 triple battles ever. That was like a feature that was like didn't last. It was a stupid feature. They keep trying to do features like that. Like ever since double battles, which was perfect and it was a good transition, but then we realized, like, okay, after that, that's good. We're good. All right, I'm going to do it again. since I haven't done it in a second. If you guys haven't already, if you guys hit that like button, I don't do it often. I don't remind you guys often. I try not to be annoying about it, but helps me out a bunch. It'd be great if you guys could hit that like button if you haven't already. If you have already, thank you so much. I love triple battles. Really? I never really did that much of them. I say that they weren't good only because I didn't really do that much. So maybe they were fun. But couldn't you like only like attack a certain Pokemon depending on where your Pokemon were at? Like the middle Pokemon could attack any Pokemon, but like the right Pokemon could only attack the ones on the right and the middle, and the left Pokemon in the middle and the left, right? Is that how it worked? I think that's how it worked. It don't even make sense either, since you can have any Pokemon fight on top of water while surfing anyway. Wait, so with the sky battles, were you were only allowed to use flying Pokemon? I don't understand how that works. Positioning was everything. That's interesting. When was that? Was that Gen 5 that came out? I don't even remember. Skorupi is not shiny. Gen 5, yeah. Oh, Gen 5. Gotta love it. I would love to play through Gen 5 again, but I can't get a Pokemon Black or Pokemon White, or heaven forbid, a Pokemon Black 2 or Pokemon White 2 game for under like $200, which is just insane. And I'm not going to pay that much money for a Pokemon game. Triple Battles with my brother and loved it, but the Switch sucks too. They had to cut it for Sword and Shield. What did they not cut for Sword and Shield? They cut a lot of stuff for Sword and Shield. Never understood rotation battles. I don't think I ever did one. Rotation battles. I don't even remember how those worked, but I do remember hearing about them. I don't remember doing them though. So many mechanics that I feel like just went to the wayside. I don't remember doing most of them. If it wasn't in the story, then I probably didn't do it. Granted, I'm not a big battler. I don't really care to battle that much. So after the main story, I don't really play that much of the Pokemon games outside of shiny hunting. I can't wait to shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet. Literally, my goal when I get the game, I'm gonna try and beat the game, but I'm gonna take my time. I'm not gonna rush through the game. I'm gonna try and take my time, and I'm gonna try and catch as many Pokemon as I can through the playthrough, and then I'm gonna try and get the shiny charm ASAP. And then, even before I get the shiny charm, I'm sure I'll do some shiny hunts. I hope and pray that either Pineco or Fortress is easy to find and I can shiny hunt them. That's all I want in my life. I want to shiny hunt for Fortress. If you guys didn't know, it's my favorite Pokemon. We're also fun. Played them like crazy online. Man, I love my copies of White and White 2. Fuck you, Grant. No one asked you. Grant? Okay, this man, Aqua, once messaged us and was like, hey, I want to sell my Pokemon games. Here's a list of Pokemon games I have. And I was like, I will buy White 2 from you. And he's like, wait, no, that's the one I don't want to sell. I was like, you little shit. Ever since then, I've hated this man. He's dead to me. Play them like crazy online. Oh, you can play rotation battles online? That's pretty cool. What was the mechanic? Like, how did rotation battles work? But yeah, eventually I need to go get White 2 and play through it, honestly. Black 2 or White 2. I need to go through and play them. I might just buy I'm tempted to buy a bad cartridge of it. Granted, I could just... My 3DS is hacked. I could just download the ROM, couldn't I? And play it on my 3DS. Or just buy like a... Actually, I already have one. No, I have a Game Boy Advance one. You could just buy a R4 card or whatever. And just use that and just download Black 2 or White 2 onto it. But it just feels wrong, you know what I mean? It feels wrong not playing a legitimate copy. I feel like if I get a shiny on a non-legitimate copy, it won't feel like I got a real shiny. I love the Pineco's exist in Spain, so it's not impossible for them to be in. No, they're in it. I saw an image of them in it. I think they were in an official trailer. I think Pineco was in an official trailer, so I'm like 99% sure Pineco and Fortress are in the game. I just don't know how easy it's going to be to hunt them, because usually you have to like headbutt for them, and it's annoying. So hopefully there's like a legitimate way, just like to run into them or something. Can you even transfer Pokemon from ROM hacks? Yeah, I mean, not a legitimate way, I guess. I mean, you can, if you have the ROM on an actual DS cart and you trade with another real DS cart, I'm fairly confident that that works and you can do it that way and that can be legit that way. But outside of that, you could always just like transfer them in and like copy all their stats. But you keep shifting, rotating the 3 Pokemon you had out at a time. It was all based on predicting what your opponent would do. Well, that's kind of cool. I can't get double battles down, let alone rotation battles, though. So I would not be good at that. Normal double battles are enough for me. I think we'll have time. Once we hit 900, we're gonna have time. I might evolve my Zigzagoon to an Obstagoon. Yeah. Oh, did I hit? Okay, I did hit Skorupi. I was afraid I hit the exclamation point. Looks like we're probably gonna go through another stream without Shiny Skorupi, but that's all right. Hopefully we get it this week. I need to get it this week. We will be over odds on Friday. We'll get to over odds, and I'm hoping we get it by then. Because if we don't, my video will have to come out without this shiny reaction, which is going to be unfortunate. Do wish there were more double trail battles in the main story, but that barely ever happens outside of Diamond and Pearl. Yeah. I mean, Ruby and Sapphire had a decent amount of double battles, but outside of that, yeah, they didn't happen much. The double battles were fun. It's definitely not, like, I'm definitely not used to it. I'm really curious how co-op is going to work in Scarlet and Violet. I really hope and pray that you can play the whole game as like a co-op. That would be really, really cool. I don't think they even showed that in the previews. Something tells me you can't, and it'll be a pretty limiting feature. But I hope that you can actually play through the whole game double. That'd be really, really cool. Like, imagine going to fight a gym leader with a buddy of yours and doing it double. That would be so much fun. There was a Pokemon MMO called Poke1. I don't know if any of you have played it, but you can do double battles. You can play with a friend all throughout the story, and like you can encounter Pokemon, double encounter Pokemon with friends. It was so much fun. Me and my buddies did that all the time. The co-op is just going to be like the wild area, but isn't the whole thing the wild area? Isn't like the whole map open now? That's another thing I was thinking about the other day. You know what's crazy? I have never ever beaten an open world game ever. I don't usually tend to go toward open world games, and they just don't generally interest me because they're usually games like Skyrim and stuff, which I just don't find terribly enticing. This will be the first game that I will beat in an open world because it's Pokemon. So I'm gonna be fascinated to see how this goes for me. I've just never used to open world gameplay, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Viewers could team up with streamers like that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, but story cutscenes and stuff. I mean, you could always just do the same cutscene, or heaven forbid, and I know this sounds crazy. This is going to sound wild. I know this is going to sound wild, but we can add a skip dialogue button. I know that is just so crazy for the Pokemon Company to add. That's just it's honestly, with today's technology, it would be difficult to master. But, I mean, if anyone could do it, if anyone is masters of technology, it is the Pokemon Company. And I believe that they can add a skip dialogue button. I believe. But that's all I am. Just a believer in a company that refuses to add quality of life to their video games. It's just frustrating because the quality of life things that the Pokemon Company does is the quality of life that I don't want. People think that shinies in the overworld is a quality of life feature. And for most, it probably is. But for me, it is not. And it's frustrating. I'm sad. Some reviewers who got to play the games early have confirmed that only load zone in the main city. So this one will surely open world at least. That is really, really cool. I'm excited about that. That is something incredibly enticing. It's something that we've been asking for forever as an open world Pokemon game. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really fun. I think the wild area... Okay, so I think the wild area in the base Sword and Shield, those areas were pretty trash. They were very bland and boring. When the DLCs came around, they actually made the wild areas pretty enticing and pretty cool. And like they had a lot of varying stuff, like areas to be in, and the areas were really cool and unique. I think if they focus on that for this open world and they make them as unique as the DLCs were, I think it could be really exciting. It's the reason why I think Sword and Shield were not good games as base games, but the DLCs made the games pretty good. Oh, Beer, I'm right there with you. I really like the grass encounters. I do enjoy that, and I enjoy hunting it in Sword and Shield. But I think the best of both worlds was having like overworld encounters like Sword and Shield did, where they had like overworld encounters, but you still had to run into the Pokemon and see if they were shiny. And then same thing with the random encounters in the grass. You can still do that. I think that was the best way to do it. But alas, here we are. I heard Sword and Shield. Well, I won't say that because I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't want to give any spoilers away that people don't know. There is something about the way you encounter Pokemon in the newer game. Basically, it's like Legends Arceus. This is what I'll say. So, it's just not obviously going to have shiny Pokemon. It wouldn't work with the way that you interact with Pokemon. Ugh. Tiredness is hitting me. Let me tell you, yesterday though, I was very hungover because we had a Halloween party on Saturday. I was very hungover the next day. I literally slept until like 11:30, and then went back to sleep at like 3 for like another hour and a half. I slept so much yesterday. I slept the hangover away. Very much slept it away. My first 2 shinies in Legends Arceus were both Psyduck. Wasn't happy. Sad day. At least it's a good shiny, that blue shiny. It's a good shiny. My first was Croagunk, and then I got another one in that 10-hour hunt video. And that's also my first and only full odds shiny in that game. But I don't have a ton of hours in that game, so I think it was full odds, unless I don't think I had level 10 on Croagunk at the time. There it is, our 900th encounter. It is not shiny. Let's go evolve our Zigzagoon now, though. Let's go evolve our Zigzagoon into Obstagoon. I need it to be nighttime. Daytime, nighttime. Not counting the guaranteed Ponyta, by the way. You're right, right. I actually don't have that Ponyta. I never even got that one. But I did get a shiny Ponyta, but it's not that one. 202 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, we are over 200 hours on this game. Okay, let's change the time. All right. System. Where do you even change the time? Date and time. Literally right there. It is now 10 p.m. There we go. Okay. Now, I think if I give an XL Candy to Zigzagoon, it should then evolve into Linoon. Sure, you can learn Double Edge. Get rid of Takedown. Then it'll evolve into Linoon. What? I recommend getting the Ponyta evolving into Shiny Rapidash. It's cool too. Yeah, it is a good shiny. Look at that. Shiny Linoon. Looks so good. Ugh, looks so good. Night Slash. It's better than Snarl in every way. You still have a shiny Zigzagoon. Yeah, the shiny Galarian Zigzagoon. But now it is a Linoon, and it will soon be an Obstagoon. One more XL Candy. There it is. Taunt, no. And it should be... Yes. Should evolve into a shiny Obstagoon. I'm so excited. And you have my Zigzagoon. Oh, that's right. I do. I forgot. Yeah. I have your one from Pokemon Go. Hell yeah. Look at it. Oh, it looks so good. Looks so good. Obstruct. This move enables the user to protect himself from all attacks. Its chance of failing rises if it's used in succession. Direct contact harshly lowers the attacker's defense stat. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Do we get rid of Pin Missile for it? Sure. Pin Missile's not a stab move, so I don't think it'd do us any good anyway. Not that we were going to use this to battle that much. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. All right. We got a few more minutes. Let's encounter some more with the Obstagoon. See how Obstagoon looks in a battle. It's also at nighttime. I don't usually hunt when it shows at nighttime. Gosh, that looks so good. Such a good shiny. Oh my god. They did such a good job with that. Too much blue compared to the first two? Yeah, I think actually I like Linoon better, but it's still a really good shiny. I want to do a random encounters hunt, but I really want Virizion. Yeah. Is Virizion affected by the shiny odds or no? Does it get affected by shiny charm? Random encounters are fun, though. They are fun. I think they're probably... Between random encounters and Masuda method, I really enjoy both, honestly, but... We've now also gone over our Zigzagoon hunt. Our Zigzagoon hunt was 809 is when we got shiny Zigzagoon, so we did go over our... Actually, I think the egg hunt ended around then, too. I'd have to look back on how many eggs we hatched, but I thought it was in the 800s as well for the shiny Zigzagoon. Or not the shiny Zigzagoon, the shiny... What did we hatch? Which Pokemon did we hatch that was shiny? It was a ghost. Why can't I think of it right now? Oh my gosh, what did we get? Oh, Delmise. Delmise. I think Delmise was like 800-something eggs. I wonder if these are rare at night. It is affected by Shiny Charm? Ooh, that's tempting to go for then. Do a soft reset hunt for Shiny Virizion. Shiny Virizion looks good too. Because isn't it like red? Isn't it got like a maroonish, brownish color? Oh, I think that was a... What are those called? I can't think of what they're called. The boosted shiny rate one. The one that's got like the exactly. What is it freaking called? Oh, it's not even that. Okay, well, I'm dumb. Gene Simmons? I could see it with that tongue. That'd be hilarious if that was the case. I think there is something about that. That'd be awesome, though. He's definitely got a Gene Simmons tongue. It's pink. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That'd be a really cool hunt to go for. What are you up to now, you said? Petition to make any grass Pokemon have autumn colors for their shiny. God, that'd be so awesome. Dude, I love this time of year. It's my favorite time of year. It's so great. We go on hunts. We go on walks with Kevin, and it's just so beautiful out. Everything, all the leaves change. Everything's so colorful. I love it. Don't ruin Shiny Venusaur. Wait, Shiny Venusaur is just a little greener, isn't it? 1,000 encounters in right now. Good luck. So do you have the shiny? You do have the shiny charm. So you're almost at odds, right? Based on Kiss, Gene Simmons himself even commented saying he was happy that his children play Pokemon a lot. Oh, that's awesome. Got a yellow flower, too. Yeah. It's not my favorite shiny. I think it's the weakest of the three. I think it goes Charmander's the best shiny of those. Then Blastoise, then Venusaur is what my order would be out of those three. We got a lot of encounters in today. I usually only get 300 encounters in, and we're already like 312. Can't remember shiny Blastoise, not gonna lie. It's got the green shell. It's basically just Blastoise with a green shell, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, it's got a green shell. It's got like a little darker, almost like a purple body and a green shell. All right, we might do 1 or 2 more encounters and then call it a day. I got to get to work. We'll get to 9:15. We'll do 2 more encounters. This will be the second to last one. All right, last encounter of the day. Will we get it on the last one? Imagine. That would be amazing. But it's not going to happen today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. It helps me out a bunch. We'll be live Wednesday, 8 a.m. EST like usual. Hope to see you all there. And hopefully we get the shiny. Be on the lookout for some videos. I'm going to start posting some shorts here. And then also just posting a lot of different things. So be on the lookout for some videos. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification so you know when I go live. And we'll see ya. Oh, we got one more. I lied. And we'll see ya tomorrow or Wednesday. Deuces. I not stop?